You know, there was also the matter that the opposition is playing up, which is that F for female was an indication on the form that they are working with, and that you know, that the president had actually indicated M for male when he had, made his application. Now, the point is being made that, look, I think the point was made that those kind of things are no more than, it's just an error, and that it is not unheard of. Sometimes you write things and you see E and OM accepted, errors and omissions accepted, to keep it legal. There will be these human things. But people are trying to make a whole song and dance out of the F for female thing. Would you like to also comment on that? Because no doubt you must have heard all these particulars where you're at over there.
Yeah, yes, sir. And I'll tell you a story, Uncle Yori. My mother's national identity card has M written on it. Does that make my mother a man? No. And if you tell these people that, Nigeria's NIN, my mom's card has M on it, they will not complain because they say Nigerians, right? So I think it's basically inferiority complex. They feel like these Onyibo people cannot make mistakes. So for them to have written F, then they must have checked the genitalia to confirm that it is. It does not make any sense. He writes, it was a clerical error, and the admission letter clearly stated that he is a man. They are looking at him. Sometimes you can judge a name, a sex from a name. Rebecca would probably be a woman. They don't understand any of the Nigerian names. And that was part of the point that was called.
Especially as that name is a unisex name anyway. The president's first name is a unisex name. It's not as if it was a name like Fausat, for instance. A name like Fausat or Monsurat, for example, is clearly, it cannot be attributed to a male.
To a male, and that is even for us Yoruba people. Even an Igbo person might not know, let alone an American person. I really don't believe that the West has an agenda against Nigeria, because I feel like if we look at it, if Nigeria can complete the Trans-Saharan pipeline and start selling gas to Europe, it will help them in curtailing Russia. So I think they probably have an interest for us to even do well. But let's go to one of the things that you also spoke about in terms of the differences in the system. In the United States of America, they don't need a WAEC or anything to get into university. They do an SAT, and there is no educational requirement for SAT. Some people in secondary school, they do college hours and transfer it so that they can spend less money in the university. If you look at the transcript that the university released, it shows there that President Tinubu transferred 27 hours from that Southwest College, and then he completed 93 hours, making a total of 120 credit hours. And you can even see that the university uses a quarter semester system. There was rain for those are the things that are very important in the what's it called in the documents. The Carl Worsberg that they are using his words. I checked his LinkedIn profile. This guy got into university 2008, graduated 2012 with his degree. If I had not gone to medical school, I would have left university 2008. So how do you want him to verify a document that was created in the 90s? The only way he can do it is if they have the evidence, the copy that was not picked up. And what he was saying was not that he did not verify it. He said we are not qualified because you are showing him a photocopy. You are not showing him the real one that is with the president himself. So he said we are not qualified to make this judgment because this document is not in our hands. If I gave you a check of 1 million naira and you photocopy it and give it to the bank manager, can he verify the security features on that check? If he said I can verify the check, you should know that he does not even know what he's saying.
Yeah.
So, but the opposition are trying to use the fact that, and this is a very critical point, sir, social media, it has impugned the average intelligence in the world in general, which is why I've written a policy paper on how best to control it. Because they are based on the fact that people are so short attention span, and they have so much short attention span, and they don't think. So they put out this smoke there, knowing full well that it was going to confuse them. And that is why they are making this. I mean, Okujori, they're asking about name, asking about sex. Okujori, I can also start asking questions. How is Atiku sure? How are we sure Atiku is a man? Has he shown us his genitalia? How are we sure that he is the father of his children?
Okay.
Did he do a
Indeed.
DNA test?
Indeed.
But, yes,
Let me come back.
this would have been invalid questions.